Hey everyone, welcome to Neil Talks. My name's Neil and it's time to talk more ANDOR. I literally just finished watching episode 1 and I'm intrigued. I love the look of it, I love the vibe of it so far. It feels like we've set up this world on Ferrix where it's very much kind of a hustler vibe. Everybody's got their own thing going on. It's got sort of that old world market. It feels like the markets in Istanbul or Marrakesh or something like that. It's got that sort of energy. Everything is valuable to somebody. You just have to find the right somebody. Everybody's looking for their own angle. And Cassian's right in the middle of all of that. We met so many characters through him last episode, whether it's people who arrange illicit scrapping jobs for him, people he owes money to, the buddy who's covering for his whereabouts last night. We went too quickly through it all for me to absorb all the names, but I've got the vibe, and I like the vibe. I like that Cassian it already feels like he's being stretched out a little thin. He had to kill these two. He accidentally killed one guard the night before when he was investigating his sister's whereabouts. We don't know how long she's been missing, but there's a good chance she was working in this brothel a number of months ago. He accidentally killed one guard, was forced to kill the other guard that was shaking him down, and now he's feeling ultra nervous. He wants to run. And to run, he needs money. So he needs to sell this hyper valuable part that he's been hanging on to as sort of his, in case of emergency, break glass item. And he needs to reach a contact through a contact. And how quickly can we do that? Can we do that now? Because he needs help. He's feeling nervous. The guy that lent him a ship last night says, "No more ships for you." There's another guy shaking him down for money. So Cassian feels desperate right now. And to top it all off, the two murdered guards work for this corporation. If the head of the police for the corporation, if he got his way, sweep it under the rug, make up a little story as to how they died accidentally, doing something mildly heroic, but that's not what he's doing because he has to leave for some business trip, and his underling, who's very gung-ho and righteous, is launching a full investigation, and his eyes are already on Ferrix and any and all Qunari men who happen to be there. So yeah, let's find out what happens next. I'm psyched to jump right back into this. This is episode 2 of ANDOR.
No weapons.
Your friend will want this piece.
Oh, okay. So her up on that antenna, she's making a call to her contact. Now I'm piecing it together. And in the flashback, they're off on a little expedition to this wrecked starship. Presumably for salvage. I find it interesting that they're not subtitling the Qunari in the flashbacks. And yet you don't miss it. You get the sense of everything that's being said. The dawn of the rebellion. It's a very young expedition. Like, where are all the adults? Oh, wow. Look at the mine. So this is all... Their planet's already being destroyed. But it's abandoned? What has happened to Qunari? Why do I love that so much? That is so cool! End of day. This wall of gloves. Super cool design choice. What do they all do exactly? Are they miners? What do they do? Why do they leave their gloves there, just out in public like that? But, yeah.
Too tired for a meal?
Was that the plan?
Could be.
Tim's making his move.
One night a week.
as a plan. Just lock up the back, I'll take care of all this.
Thank you.
Yep.
Oh. I guess he knows Cassian is Canary. I always wonder about that sort of thing. Like, would you just be able to look at him and go, "Oh yeah, he's Canary"?
Don't you say a word. I mean it.
Marva, we get to meet Marva now.
There you are. I would have come home this morning, but everything I had going on was over east.
Read it to him, P.
Uh-oh.
What?
Purple Primor Authority is seeking a Canary male resident of Ferrix for questioning. Citizens with any information should contact the Priox Morlana Security HQ without any delay.
Who else knows
About what?
that you were born in Canary? We have always said Fest. Every doc I've ever submitted has always said you were born on Fest.
Okay.
Have you ever said anything other than Fest?
Is that his mother?
Well, it's all your women I'm worried about.
Oh, come on, please.
Femi, Carla,
Stop,
Sondri.
stop.
Stop! There's something I don't even know.
Bubba Bix.
This
Bix.
has nothing to do with
Well,
this.
then who told these primo bastards about Canary?
That would be me.
What have you done?
What did you do?
Two guys jumped me. It went too far.
How far is too far?
2 guys are dead.
The buyer's coming.
It's too late to call him off. He'll be here in the morning.
Okay. Well, we know Tim's going to end up ratting him out. That feels like the weak link right here, because he's motivated to get Cassian out of the way. Is that the security office? Oh no, he's just going to a phone.
Cassian Andor. This says he's from Fest.
This was a tip call, right?
They already have his name.
Insurrection, destruction of Imperial property, assault on an Imperial soldier.
You all right?
I don't know.
Feeling a little guilty there, Tim?
Let's move on this quickly. We have a dangerous mobile suspect in a very serious crime.
Couldn't agree more, sir. Tempo is crucial. Velocity in the service of inspired leadership. Is there a worthy substitute? I think not.
So one suspect. How many men do you think we need?
I'll say 12, sir, just to be prudent. Show force. Boost morale. I've been saying all along we need a stronger hand with these affiliated planets.
No.
There's fermenting out there, sir.
Fomenting.
Pockets of fermenting. And the best way to keep the blade sharp is to use it.
Well, talk about gung-ho. Wow. Just itching for a fight. So is this his mother? I mean, she's obviously from Canary too, but I didn't see any old people in the flashbacks. Is this the item in question? TS9 Star Drive unit or whatever it is. Oh. That's definitely Empire tech. Or could that be Marva? He gave himself the exact same face paint as her. I mean, it might just be a boyhood crush, or it might be she's just who he aspires to be like. Nice and tense.
How long a walk this time?
The shuttle will be 2.3 clicks away.
There's nothing closer.
Nothing safe.
This has got to be Bix's contact, right? And I recognize that voice. But I don't know his name. I've forgotten his name. That's not... a little creepy.
Tell me you have calf.
Just about to put it on.
You okay?
Yeah. Just tired.
Going is a bad idea.
You need to get back. She's gonna wonder where you are.
B!
Be like a bit of a caretaker droid. There to look
If you
at.
power down back here again, I'll be so upset with you.
Toy Bantha. Oh, that's the same stick that they were carrying in Canary. Yeah. It's hollow. Are they like blowpipes almost? I mean, it's almost like, reinvent an Amazonian tribe in the Star Wars universe. Yeah, they've got mouthpieces. They're blowguns. Couldn't get their gas masks on. Oh. Somebody take them out. Take them out. Are they poison? Cool. Okay, she's not dead, but he's gonna go in. He's definitely gonna go in. Great music, too. Love the music. Oh.
You got a minute?
I'm looking up Canary.
What's that?
Mid-rim. Abandoned after Imperial mining disaster.
Oh.
Everyone died. Abandoned and considered toxic. Imperial prohibition. You want immediacy and discretion. That's an expensive combo.
I got 500.
Well, you should plan more carefully. 7's my floor.
That's splitting the difference. What's this?
Right, gentlemen.
Oh,
Cassian Andor. He may not appear to be a formidable opponent, but 2 of our men are dead, having made... And maybe some local residents who are less than enthused with our presence. You may remind them that there's a territorial forum once a month where they are free to make official complaints.
Frickin' cops.
Thank you for being here.
He's a desk jockey. He's not exactly
There comes a
inspiring
time when
here.
the risk of doing nothing becomes the greatest risk of all.
Wrong kind of speech.
There's no room for doubt on the path to
No.
success.
Wrong kind of speech. Just, they're here to do their jobs. They're here to beat it.
Best of luck to us all.
Yeah. Oh.
Well said, son. Inspiring.
Charging us to come and spend our money. They get you coming and going. You know what they say?
What was that?
If you can't find it here, it's not worth finding.
Okay. It is very much that Grand Bazaar kind of vibe. Alright, are we getting to them meeting this episode, or is that next episode? Next episode. Damn it! This is encouraging, because things are moving faster than I expected. The police are moving quickly. They've got Cassian's name. They're about to launch this raid on him. I don't know what sort of tracking technology they have on him. Like, how did they locate him? But maybe that'll be explained next episode. But they're converging. Our contact who's going to buy this piece of tech that Andor's been hanging on to in case of emergency. He's arriving. It feels like it's all going to come to a head next episode. And then we've still got 9 episodes after that. So where does the story go beyond there? I don't know. I'm already extrapolating instead of let's talk about this episode. Like, one of the things I find really interesting is the range of attitudes among these day-to-day characters. Like, none of these people are in positions of high authority. None of these are senators and chancellors and Jedi and whatnot. These are deputy inspectors and sergeants and working class people, and the variety of attitudes. You know, if there's a rebellion at all right now, it's in its infancy, and there's no formal organization yet that is apparent. Maybe that'll be revealed to us. We saw the hints of it back in Obi-Wan, where the Jedi that had survived Order 66 were they had their underground railroad of a sort that helped them get away. Well, that's a little different than the rebellion, isn't it? That's more just a self-preservation society. But the rebellion can't start with space wizards. It has to start with common people who want a change. And at this point, at least, we don't see that in Cassian. We see him. We don't think he's a big fan of the Empire, but it feels like he's more focused on finding his sister, on evading capture and pursuit, and getting by on the day-to-day as opposed to striking back against the Empire. That's a much further step than where we are right now. We get people like our sergeant who are super gung-ho for cracking down against dissidents, and you hear the Empire in every word coming out of their mouths. The Empire is perfect for people who crave small power because it's such a huge organization. There's so much that the Empire oversees that it's massive bureaucracy, and you can give people who crave that little bit of power and put them in a position where they can wield it with relative impunity, and you create people like this sergeant who's just so gung-ho to put together a team of 12 men just to arrest one guy, and if we end up killing him, it's probably not a bad thing, certainly no big deal. The thing is, if we were approaching this story from the Empire's side, there's this band of rebels out there, two good cops were just killed by some layabout. Like, you could very much spin the story so that Andor is the villain that must be captured at all costs, and we'd be cheering the deputy and the sergeant as they lead this band of men to capture him and bring him in. Because right now, we're seeing the Empire, we're living in the Empire, but we're not seeing anything that expressly says the Empire is evil. We're not seeing Darth Vader force choking anybody or anything like that. We're not seeing enslavement. We're seeing people who are living tough lives, but that happens in democracy as much as it happens in other forms of government. We see environmental, we see this massive mining on Canary that was abandoned. There was some sort of industrial accident. That doesn't necessarily mean that the Empire is evil. I'm being a bit of a devil's advocate right now because I'm trying to get myself into the mindset of the average citizen living under the Empire. Money's tight, things suck, but you don't necessarily blame it on the Chancellor. You don't blame it on your government. It's just life sucks sometimes. And it certainly isn't necessarily so terrible that you feel the need to arm yourself and fight back. Clearly something happened on Canary when Andor was young. It feels like this band of kids are living in the woods even though the planet's been abandoned. That's why they've got this really interesting costume design. Looks like old uniforms salvaged and repurposed. So it's not like they're primitive, but they've been forced to live a more primitive lifestyle. So it's a very interesting position to put them in. But I like that we're going back and forth between the flashback, the modern story. In the flashback, Kid Cassian is about to enter this crashed ship. What's he going to find there? Clearly it's a major story point, but what would you discover that would drive the story forward, I wonder? Guess we're going to find out. I wasn't planning on watching the third episode tonight. It's already like almost 2 a.m. I've got to be up early in the morning, but damn it, I'm going to watch the third episode because it's just sitting there staring at me, ready to hit play. So we'll get on that right now. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I'll have my next reaction up as quickly as I can, hopefully within the next 24 hours. Until then, take care, stay healthy, and we'll see you soon. Cheers.